Hold up.
What's going on, you guys? Forever DNM, and welcome back to another episode of His and Hers.
Hi guys. So in the last video, if you haven't watched, somebody sent us a question about cheating.
If someone cheated on you, would you take them back? So this is part 2. If you guys haven't watched that video yet, go back there so you're up to date.
Because of that question, a lot of people were messaging us. We got a really good feedback about this question. So this episode, we're gonna discuss the next question, which is...
Hold on. How did you find yourself able to love someone 100% again? So I think for me, in order for me, like example, for me to love Mary 100%, I had to take at least a year before I started even considering dating anybody. And it's not a set number, it's just that's how long it took me, each relationship that I went through. And what it was is just having amazing people around you, because if you have negativity in your life, it will affect everything. And I don't think you should start a new relationship until you have fully grown from the last.
It takes a lot of time for you to be able to be with somebody again. It's not easy. It's not gonna come with the snap of your fingers. You just really got to take it day by day, and like he said, you need to have like a great support system, and that's really what's going to get you through it. If you don't have the support system to constantly keep you on the go, or you know, just checking in and seeing how you're doing, you're not going to heal as fast, I feel, than, you know, somebody who has these people consistently checking in on them. It does take time, for sure, 100%.
Right, and you also have to know what's right for you. Don't think that you have to go out there to get over it. That's not how it is. You have to find it for yourself. And that doesn't necessarily, sometimes you got to distance yourself. That doesn't mean you have to go out clubbing, go to the strip clubs, whatever you have to do. As a guy, you don't do that, because then you're just damaging yourself and you're not going to be ready for the next person, right?
Yeah.
So
it took me 2 years to finally move on from my past relationship. And it took me some time, even before we got together, for me to be like, okay, I can be in this relationship. He's not the same person. I trust him.
right.
So,
And it's not just on her, right? It's on me. So I gotta be leveled with her, right? You can't just like, she's ready and I'm not. Then it won't work. It would never work out. This right here would never happen, right? It takes two people for a relationship, right?
the best advice I would say is just really know what you want going into the next relationship, because if that person is not on the same level as you, you're already gonna have problems. Like we have an age difference.
Also,
so
yeah, we're a 5-year difference.
I had to make sure that everything that I wanted in a relationship was the same thing that he wanted in a relationship. Kids, marriage. And I feel like I'm robbing him pretty much of his 20s.
But I'm ready, right? Because I feel, me personally, I feel that I'm ahead for my age. Because, no disrespect to any of you, but most people my age are just getting out of school now.
Yeah.
Right? And I've already had my career for almost 4 years now, right? And I'm improving. We have YouTube now, right? So we're just advancing as time goes. So I feel I was ready to be with someone.
Yeah.
And it just so happens, it doesn't matter about the age, it just so happens that she was older than me. It didn't matter. I wasn't looking, oh yeah, I'm gonna go look for an older woman. No, that's just what happened.
So I would say like the key for this would just be, 1, take your time, don't rush into anything, and just really like find yourself and be with friends and do things that you love. And 2, just make sure before you get into that next relationship, you really know what you want, and you have that discussion with that person. Make sure they're on the same level as you.
Right, exactly. Which means it may sound like you're a crazy person when you start, but you gotta lay everything on the table. Next question. How long did this take you? I think that pretty much answered. It took me a year. It
took me
her
2 years.
2 years, right? There's a time gap. It doesn't mean guys have to be a year or women have to be 2.
I think it depends though on how long your relationship was with that person, because for me, I was with that person for a long period of time. I don't know, how long was it for you?
Maybe like 3 months.
Yeah. See, like, he was together for 3 months and it took him a year, right?
Yeah, like, it's hard to say because I just didn't jump into a relationship. That's why I say it took me a year.
Yeah.
I was well over it, like, before that, right? That's just me. But for me to jump into the next relationship, it took me a year. It took me a year span to get into a relationship. That doesn't mean I wasn't ready. It's just that's the time that it came. So, like, also, you don't want to look for it. You just want it to naturally come.
Yeah.
Right? Because when you force it, that's when you're just trying to get over something, and that's not right.
Yeah.
What do you do when you get reminded of the situation? / does it affect your current relationship? It's pretty straightforward, but people ignore it. You just have to remember that that person isn't the person you're staring at. They're not the same person, right? So when you start feeling insecure about certain things that that person did, let the other person prove to you that they're not that person, because you're gonna always be insecure. You can't get over it.
I don't think they need to prove.
Not prove. Okay, there's a different wording. Like, they just need to show you. Because I had to prove to you. You can't say that. I had to prove to you that I was mature enough to be with you.
Well, yeah, that.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
That's a little different because.
No, how is that different?
I think it's a little bit different because of the whole point of us having that discussion was because of our age. But I feel like if it was, let's say we were the same age,
you wouldn't ask me those questions.
I wouldn't have.
Exactly. But it doesn't matter regardless. Even if I was your age, you would still ask me certain questions like, am I ready for this? You'd still ask
yes.
me. Yeah, so
if you were my age.
Exactly.
But if I was your age, it wouldn't have.
But it doesn't matter because I still had to prove to you that we were good, we were ready. Like, I was ready.
Yeah.
For where you were. Yeah, so you have to prove to the other person. Whether you like it or not, you in some shape or form, you kind of have to prove to that person that you're ready. Because then they won't trust you. What is that? Your word for over hers? It's not gonna...
Yeah.
You're not gonna be able to get through it, right?
I think for the first part of that question though, like, what was it?
What do you do when you get reminded?
Yeah, so if you ever feel like you're in a situation where you're kind of like reminded of that person, honestly, you shouldn't be in a relationship if you're still thinking about your past relationship, because honestly, at the end of the day, it's not really gonna do you justice. You're just gonna think like, am I in this because I'm just trying to move forward, or I'm just trying to get this person out of my mind?
Right,
or,
and then you're leading on that person.
Yeah.
Because now it's not healthy, because they could really love you and you don't, because you still...
Yeah.
You're not over the last person.
You gotta just stay positive. Like, positivity is key. And, you know, if you ever in a place where you, I don't know, were with that person and it kind of has like a reminder for you of like, oh yeah, that's where we celebrated my birthday just 3 years ago.
Just use that as a reminder of how far you have gone now.
Yeah.
Don't use it like, oh man, my birthday's ruined now, or whatever it reminds you of. You like, you don't let it get to you. Also, you have to try and find hobbies, right?
Try things to do.
You have to. That's the best way, because that's self-growth. Because you want to improve yourself. And that's the greatest revenge.
You also have to think about the negatives that happened in that relationship. So, for example, for me, I lost, like, I had friends that I grew up in high school, and we were the best of friends, and I was friends with them past high school, and I lost them because of this person. I fell off of my relationships with them because, I mean, they weren't fond of him, for one, because of what he did the first time, and then I still stayed. So you really got to think, like, is this person really, like, worth all of this misery that I'm going through? You got to do better. You got to think, like, I'm so much better than what was given to me. You deserve so much more. And at the end of the day, you really got to think about the negatives that happened to you and think about all the positivity that's coming out on the other end.
You have to be ready. When negativity comes knocking at your door, you have to say no. Old friends trying to come back, people trying to take you to bad places, clubbing. If you're not ready to do that, don't do it.
I mean, I will say, like, I think part of the process of moving forward,
it's having fun, but like
having fun.
What people do though is they use it to try and find somebody else. That's not what you do. Now you can go out, drink with your friends, do whatever, like whatever you want to do, hang out with them, but don't try looking for love. in those places.
I do think
Let it come to you.
I do think though, like, part of the healing process is like Tinder, Bumble, what else is there? all those dating apps. To be honest, for me, it helped because I was able to see like other options that were out there. I met some great people that were on there, and I think like obviously it didn't work out because I'm with Denzel, but you know, you meet great people, you have conversation with people. Some people are out there just to hit it and quit it, and I mean, hey, if that's something that you want to do right now, just to be able to get past that little bump, then go ahead.
Boost your confidence, because that's a confidence booster.
Yeah.
If you hook up with people, like,
at the end of the day, if this person cheated on you while you guys were in a relationship, you should just be like, forget it, you know, I'm gonna do what I want to do.
Just go destructive mode, just
if that helps you.
Yeah, like, but remember, the next time you go into a relationship, make sure you specifically are ready to give that person. And then you can gauge it from how they're feeling.
Go change your hair color, cut it all off.
Whatever, try a new hairstyle. Start taking martial arts, start playing sports, start baking. Everyone's baking in this quarantine, like, right? She thinks she's bake queen.
No, I don't.
Dude. Oh, yeah. But you know what I mean? If it makes you happy, do it. I'm not knocking anybody's hustle. You want to do that? Then do it.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, just think what's best for you.
For you.
Yeah.
And don't jump into anything if you're not ready. Just because he's good looking or she's good looking, right? Or they're saying all the right things. That doesn't mean you're ready. All right? So.
Could be an F boy.
Exactly.
Or an F girl.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just want to make sure, like, you guys, if you have any other questions regarding this topic, this will be our last one that we're gonna do on cheating specifically. You can message us on our Instagram. We'll put the Instagram name right here
down below.
So just hit us with a DM if you're confident and you want to message us and through our comments and ask questions. You can go ahead and do that as well. Also,
if you have questions about us, we'll be happy to answer that for you guys as well. Anyway, guys, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Always remember, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And we'll be back with the next one. Peace.
Hold up.